Okay, y'all, welcome to the channel. My name's Gio, and today we're gonna be talking about my bad. Today we're gonna be talking about whether or not solo leveling Arise is worth playing. I am at level 63. Max is 80 in this game, so I feel like I didn't play it enough to form an opinion, talk about some stuff, and you feel me, give advice on whether you should start it, how to start it, and all types of stuff like that. So let's get into it. Okay, so first and foremost, before we get into anything, since it is a solo leveling game, let's get into that story. As far as the story goes for this game, it is as far as gacha games go, it's a gacha game story. But clearly the difference is it's solo leveling, so it's solo leveling story. Now how they do that and the pacing of it is honestly amazing. They do the story in this game very well, and they make appropriate moments in the story, like this fight right here and the Igris fight. Let me go into that. They make them feel appropriately strong in those moments, and like they just they did their thing on the story. Honestly, in all honesty, just trying to think about how the difficulty moves around and hops around for the bosses, and it in all honesty, for a gacha game, it does make you feel like Sungjin Woo a little bit, a little bit. I can't, you feel me? I can't say it's 1-to-1, but they went crazy. Now, as far as gameplay goes, we about to get into that. It's something else I wanted to stand talk about in, obviously its uniqueness into other gacha games, and this game really has like a skill curve to it, a skill ceiling, I guess. Like it's not like Genshin or um what's some there's not many other gacha games I can think of with this type of movement, but it's not like Genshin in the sense where it's I only have to dodge and spam attacks. Well, that's exactly what it is. But it's like you get rewarded for dodging, like perfect dodging or just near miss dodging. Like you're gonna see. You get rewarded for it, and that's something unique to this game, I believe. Look at this boy Igris. Look at dude, bro. Hold on. Okay. Settings. I forgot I don't have any sound on. There we go. Okay. But the extreme dodge and everything you just saw me get, that's what that was. But as you can see, in this game, there's legit boss fights to the point where it's like they want you to be more than just strong enough to auto this. They want you to know attack patterns and time to dodge and all other types of shit. But that's enough into the gameplay. Let's go into the daily grind because you can make a 40-minute video on any aspects of this game if you really wanted to. But with that out of the way, onto the daily grind because that is one of the biggest parts about gacha gaming. Most gacha games have a at least a 5-year lifespan. So at some point, if it's an IP you love, you're gonna be playing this game more than once a week. I can guarantee you that. Now, with the daily grind for solo leveling, it's about as annoying as any other daily grind for any other gacha game. Now, as far as solo leveling goes, its daily grind looks something like this with its gear system, its gear stages. You have individual bosses and major bosses in the story for Sung Jin Woo. You have the snake, it's fucking Cerberus, and this big ass spider. And in each one of these stages, they give you different types of gear. You get 6 of these each day at level 50, I believe. They're not too hard, and I'm pretty sure well, in recent times they've nerfed these bosses and increased drop rates to make stuff easier to get for people. So that's great. The gates, on the other hand, I feel as though this is a part of the game that needs like better freed up. I don't know, cuz it's like the gate system isn't bad. It just feels very, very tedious, even though I can auto it. The fact that I still have to come back to this screen like this, like you can sweep these, but if you're free to play and not have and don't have any other like the special sweep shit, you only have a certain amount of points that you can use to skip things with, which is something I don't like. But in some games, you can't even skip events. Like in Genshin, again, I'm gonna keep making comparisons to it because it's a big gacha game, and why not? You can't skip things. You have to keep fighting the same annoying bosses every day. And this is another form of skipping it does, is where it's like instead of just taking away from your initial 80, it shows your team instead and uses their total power and their available points that they have. And it's not bad, but the game, and that's something else I want to transition into past the daily grind, is as far as it goes for like leveling and progressing and just evolving your account to get stronger. The game wants you to have more. The game wants you to have a team of every typing. Hold on, let me show you. Not even just show you, but let me go to a mission or something. One of the gear missions. Right here. Boom. Water typing. They want you to have a water typing, obviously. But the game wants you to have a full team of every typing, ideally. And they want you to have a certain role in every in every team. Like there's going to be a role that is a must. Like this guy right here. I'm not good with names, by the way, so I'm not even going to. Oh, okay. Bake Yunho. He is a breaker. And what breakers do is, if you remember that shield, the shield that you saw on Igris, that right there is. Oh damn! I ran in this event with the wrong team. God damn it! But the shield you saw on Igris is is his shield. He doesn't get staggered or he doesn't stop any animations, and he takes less damage when he has that shield up. And that's for and most I wouldn't say most bosses, but a good portion of bosses have a break gauge or a shield gauge. And it's just ideally to have at least one break character on your team. Now, you can see where having trying to have every hold on because this taking so long to load was throwing me. But let me exit out of that. But when you're in a spot where you need every type of character and a team for all typings, the game is essentially telling you it wants you to level up more than just your main team. That's the thing with solo leveling. You can't just focus on a main team. Everybody has to grow at once because there's always going to be a different type of character you're going to need within your account. Going back to my hunter screen, everybody here is relative for a reason. Everybody here is leveled up to some degree for a reason. They were getting used at some point. But a problem that this game has, and the developers know this, so they push out a lot of free rewards. But which isn't obviously a bad thing that the developers are giving out free rewards, but it's like also give out free rewards and just make it easier for us to get gold, which they have been doing. I've noticed since my start of playing this game that the getting gold is 100 times easier. But there is, I feel like for as much as they want you to be leveling up and spending money, there is still not enough gold in circulation. Now, I don't know what section I would call that, but I'm gonna try to, you know, move on to something else here. As far as it goes with guilds in like co-op, there is no current co-op in this game. And as far as PvP in like player interaction, the most we have are leaderboards as far as like clear times, which is something I actually fuck with. And it's boom, we got an Igris one. Oh, never mind. We got this freaky goblin. Um, well, I want to play this. I don't, but let me see leaderboards. Can I check them? Okay, no ranks. But obviously, clear times, rewards, stuff like that. And that's as far as it goes when it comes to like player interaction. We don't have a friend system. There's no helping each other out. It's literally solo leveling. It's just you playing and looking at leaderboards, which is it's almost it's not a bad part about it. It's one of the I wouldn't say unique things about it because there's a lot of single player obviously gacha games with no player interaction, but it's something. I like it. It doesn't like hold the game back at all. And playing in a PvP would be weird in this game. I wouldn't know how that would work. Um, but co-op, they definitely. I feel like that's gonna be added at some point, sooner or later. Co-op's going to be in this game. That's just a matter of time. Um, what else? What else? The thing I want to get into before I do end is the gear system. That is something crucial to gacha games, and I don't know how I missed it, but the artifact system. Okay, when you go to a character, they have two slots. This is the first thing. They got these two, boom. In like any other game, they have gear sets. And I'm not gonna lie, I I don't like this gear system only for the reason of that you can't re-roll substats. And that's it. I'm just biased for that. I hate that. I hate that shit. Just not being able to re-roll substats is so stupid to me. But past my bias, um it's not a bad gear system. It's fairly decent basic gear system. You have your sets that have certain passives that lead towards certain characters. Each character has their own main stats and substats you would want to run on them. Great thing about the game though is, as you can see up here, recommended stats: HP, crit hit rate, crit damage, and they give you recommended gear sets. And one thing that I do, caught myself getting caught up in is you don't have to build your character in any of these ways. That's one thing about this game is that's unique. That's one of its unique points is you can there's multiple different ways to beat content. There is no reason that you don't have to run the exact same set as any other person. You can really like let's say if you like with this character's passive, there's the obviously the equipment has two set effects for a reason. And you can really just have you could have four different sets on your character all doing a bunch of different shit at the same time. And that's really what it gives a room for player creativity. I definitely say that that's something this game does. Everyone's not just running the same build and like you feel me? Characters look different, feel different. You have support. You could there's four different ways, like 4 or 5 different ways you can build this one character. DPS breaker, support, shield, support tank, all types of shit. And it's like, just to have that much wiggle room for one character is nice, but sadly they don't support the type of wiggle room they give you in game. Tickets and currency. I'm playing a gacha game and forgot to talk about the summoning. Okay. Summons. We gonna get to the shop later. There are two types of banners, mainly. We have the main banner, the white tickets. The main banners, these two white tickets, they have their own draw rate, pull rate, and then we have the custom draw right here where it's just everything. This is where you get your weapons for Sung Jin Woo, mainly, and just other characters and older characters that recently released. And this is all where mainly the black free to play tickets come into play. Now the summons for this game are damn near, or at least the summon mechanics of this game are almost my favorite. Like, we got to go back to my hunters list, but I've been pretty lucky because I look like I damn near have every character in the game. And let's just say if I didn't get a dupe of, this is a premium character, if I didn't get a dupe of him and instead of gotten a newer character, the purple lady I'm missing, I would have had all the base characters in the game. Completely free to play, no money put into anything. And I have a fairly decent amount of dupes for a lot of characters. It's like, great summon mechanics, and the draw rate is about the same, I'd say, to getting SSRs as any other gacha game. The only difference is that can I rate info? Okay. The only difference is once you hit step 64 in this game, your rates for SSRs increase. In once you hit 64, they increase. And what else? It resets back, but at least what I've been seeing in my play, once it resets back to from 60 to 0, and that, like, in a 1 to 3 multi chance, you also have it doesn't feel like a normal rate to get an SSR. Either I get an SSR in that 1 to 3 multi range, or I just go right back to 60, 70, get them, and then I'm back to getting another in a 1 to 3 multi range. But another thing I wanted to talk about is that these main banners they share summon history or draw history or whatever, or the draw support. And also you can leave draw support or your pity from one banner leading into the next banner. Like the last SSR I got off of this banner wasn't the main banner unit. If I really want to, I can keep summoning for her and try to get her before I hit 60, before I get to the increased pity. And if I don't get her, and I know a new unit is coming out that I want better and is cooler than her to me, I can simply wait and have that character guaranteed the moment they drop. You can damn near, if you wanted to, summon every day on everything and still plan your way into guaranteeing yourself the characters you want. You just got to be smart about it. And you have to be lucky, obviously. But other than that, I think that's actually where I want to end it. Like any other gacha game, obviously, crazy amount of microtransactions. But other than that, it is a good game. It has its uniqueness to it, and I think you should check it out. It's worth it. I give it an 8 out of 10 so far. It could be better. It has a lot of stuff to it, but other than that, great game. It does its job of making you feel like Sung Jin Woo all the way through. And other than that, I'm gonna see you guys later. Hopefully y'all liked the video, and if you did, actually like it, please. That'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see y'all next time. We gonna be playing a lot of gacha games around here.